head. It's like I'm playing tennis. But, like, it's a very, like, elaborate tennis game. It's like, well, it's like there are 10 different tennis games going on at the same time, and I'm just going back and forth, and yeah, it's pretty complicated. Cause I can't help but vacillate. I can't help but question myself. Like, why am I always late? Why am I always late? Am I a sociopath? I don't think so. I don't think a sociopath would care about that. Doing all the things that I wanna refrain from doing. Is it 'cause I just lack the discipline? 'Cause it seems like I got the discipline to do other things that don't really do that much, at least monetarily. But they definitely do a lot psychologically. Even if I'm not really providing the best example of that, like, I'm not showcasing what's happening in my brain as a result of consistently putting this out there. I think it's important. And it's all that matters in the end. And I think, due to the simplicity, and due to the fact that I'm saying things that a lot of people want to say, but they're too much of a pussy, well, I don't think the AI is going to copy this shit. I just don't. Even the AI has more self-respect. But I really dig it because it's mine. People mock it because it's bad, I guess. They probably think I don't try. Yeah, that's why I just hit 75K, because I don't try. Alright. I mean, I get your point, though. I get how it comes across. The point that I'm assuming you're gonna make. No, but I mean, people have said that. Like, people are compare it to chopsticks. Dude, I'm still so fucking sticky. I guess that's what happens when you work with ice cream all night. Anyway. That motherfucker left. Yeah, he did. Yeah, because he finally realized I wasn't listening to him at all. I was like, no, dude, I'm still gonna keep doing this shit that annoys you. But yeah, I mean, hello, simple life, baby. It's crazy how many people want to complicate their lives and then complain about the complications and then act like they don't have a choice in the matter. And I guess maybe they don't. Like, they don't see that they do have a choice. But that's not their trajectory. You know, it's just not. They think that they have to do things that they don't actually have to do, and it's because everybody else is doing those things. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault them for that because they have an entirely different mindset than I do. You know, my mindset most naturally is oppositional to the world. That's why I'm disgusted by anything that sheep do. That's why I'm disgusted if somebody makes it obvious that they are attracted to me. I'm like, what the hell is the matter with you? Why would you want to have sex with a comedian? Okay, I saw this female comedian recently that I just absolutely adore. And I don't even want to call her a female comedian. She's just an amazing comedian, okay? I think that there's a lot of shit talk about females doing stand-up. And I understand why. I mean, I'm the first to do it, right? But if you're good, you're good. If you're funny, you're funny. I'm not going to take that away from you. I don't care what your sex is. But, so, you know, I was looking this bitch up on Instagram or whatever, and, like, her friend, who's Jewish, she's a New York Jew, but I think it's funny, like, the comparisons I make in my head, because, like, I really relate to this girl. Her name's Ruby Setnik. She's just really cool. What she's doing is really authentic. You should check it out. She's insanely talented, and I think that she's gonna get a lot farther than she has. I don't know if she'll ever make it big like a lot of these comedians with less talent. But I mean, she's doing it her own way too, which I think is really cool. But yeah, she reminds me of myself in a lot of ways. Only she's way more put together than me. And she's fucking adorable. She's so adorable. But yeah, so I was looking her up. And, you know, she's got this crazy, horny Jewish lady friend that's a lot older than her, much like I do. You know, she's in Israel right now. That's ronnit, in case you're not familiar. But anyway, this other comedian I'm talking about that Ruby is friends with, she said something and it was so fucking brilliant. I forgot what this bitch's name is. I'm sorry that I don't know her. I'll put it... There will be an asterisk, okay? There will be an asterisk in the description of this other chick that I think is pretty funny. Even though I don't really like sex jokes. It's okay. It's okay. But she said one of the smartest things I've heard. She said, if you want to have sex with a comedian... that means that you want to do stand-up. So, just save everybody the trouble and just get up there on stage. And that is so fucking true. Because, yeah, why would you want that kind of mess in your life? I mean, comedians are so fucked up, dude. I make this blatantly obvious, but obviously not obvious enough, you know? I don't know how anybody looks at me and goes, I want that one. I can tame her, or I can take care of her. I can protect her, or whatever. No, you can't. No, you can't, dude. I won't let you. That's the thing. I think that there's that spectrum of crazy. Once you've passed a certain threshold, much like alcoholism. Speaking of that, 15 years of sobriety today. Okay? Let's see, is it 12 yet? Is it midnight? 12:03, baby. It's 12:03 in the AM. That's so crazy. That means that 15 years ago, I got sober. 15 years ago, I got my head stapled back together because of the last time that I drank. Hopefully, right? Hopefully. But yeah, anyway, like with alcoholism, it's like once you pass a certain threshold, you can't go back. You can't pretend anymore. And so I think it's like that with crazy. Like once you get past a certain level of crazy, like, no, we're not going to do this relationship crap. You know, like I'm not lying to myself anymore. I tried. When I was younger, I tried. But it's not because I didn't know how to be alone. It's because it's what I thought I was supposed to do. And the older I got, I was like, maybe I'm just not meant to do this. But I think a lot of people, they don't know how to be alone. And they see some young bitch. I'm not young anymore, but sometimes I fool people into thinking that. They see some crazy broad, and they're like, she's logical, right? She's logical. She knows that women are crazy. She can admit that she's crazy. Yeah, dude. But why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, dude? I mean, seriously. What is wrong with men? What is wrong with y'all? This isn't some misandry rant, okay? It's not. I hate all of it. I hate feminism. I hate misandry. I hate how people they're just pitting. That's all they're doing. They're saying, oh, this whole group of people is problematic. You're problematic. That's why you project. If you realize that, you wouldn't be attracted to those people. You go, ew, crazy bitch. Ew, I don't want shit to do with her. It's like, I don't blame men for like masturbating to porn or like getting some sort of robot girlfriend. You'd be a hell of a lot better off doing that. I mean, it's weird. It's weird, but I mean, what's worse, like having an actual robot girlfriend or like having a bitch that acts just like a robot? You know? She's on Instagram all the time. She's constantly scrolling. She's yelling at people on Twitter. She's taking selfies. She hates herself, but she's taking selfies, right? She's on all these pills. She gets an IUD, aka LAZY, okay? She gets that injected into her arm. I saw this thing. Like this chick I work with has one. She showed it to me. I almost threw up. It's like, also, you don't have to pay attention to your fertility. Also, you don't have to pay any attention to your menstrual cycle and just take some fucking oregano oil and regulate it. That's all you got to do. You know, it's just so crazy to me. Like, people want to complain about all these things that they think are wrong with them. All these inconveniences. But you have this thing in your pocket all the time where you could look that kind of stuff up. You know? So if you have an irregular menstrual cycle, you could literally go on your smartphone and ask Siri, how do I regulate my cycle? You know, if this thing is so smart, that this device that all these people have been trained to use and trust and rely on all the time for everything, and yet they're not using it to better themselves. I will never understand that. And they have apps now. They have these apps where you can track your fertility. So, I stand by this, though. The best way to not get pregnant is to just not fuck. You know? You can't get pregnant if you don't fuck. It's pretty simple. It's too simple. It's too simple for the most simple-minded sexist shit on planet Earth. I'm sorry. It's not really a planet, is it? What is it? What is it? It's just this ball of fucking hellfire? That's what it seems to be. But yeah. It's like women blaming men, men blaming women. Let's blame the system. Why did you trust it? Why did you trust it? Why did you trust the government to educate your children? Why did you put your kids on a school bus? Why do you think a head doctor is going to fix you? That's your responsibility to fix you. It's not the chemicals in your brain, dude. I mean, yeah, does that contribute? Yeah, it does contribute. But there are so many other things that contribute to, like, you having a meltdown at a Texaco or whatever the fuck. You know? Like, people don't ever ask themselves, like, okay, why is this happening? They don't pay attention to patterns. Okay? They don't pay attention to patterns. That's the issue. I know I'm generalizing, but I can do that. I'm a comedian. That's part of the job. Okay? Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, person that can't accept hyperbole. Goodbye. Fuck you. Oh my god. I am extra tonight, y'all. It's because I'm so sticky. Anyway. Yeah, it just really bothered me that this guy at my church, like, was looking at me like that. I hate it. I fucking hate it, dude. Should I just wear a burqa? I feel like I should wear a burqa. But that is literally why I, like, run outside and talk to a fire hydrant. Okay, like, that is why, like, I just do whatever I possibly can to make people repulsed. Because, like, I do not want that kind of attention. And I think that women really understand that more than men. And so I go back and forth on this all the time. Because, like, the women in my life, like, I just love them so much. I adore them. Like, I would be lesbian for them. Like, totally lesbian. But it might be the culture. It might be, like, the way the world's going. Why I just have this, like, like, towards, like, men being attracted to me. Because it didn't used to bother me this much. But I think it's because, like, people just get me wrong, you know? And I can literally tell you, not interested. And what's crazy is that this whole time that this person was talking to me, my body language, my facial expressions, I see myself everywhere I go. Okay, I see myself in HD. So it was like I was watching myself, like, internalize this total disgust. But it was obvious through my energy that I wasn't interested in that sort of thing. And yet he still just kept smiling at me and, like, trying to have this bullshit conversation. And the thing is, like, I hate bullshit conversations. Like, I despise small talk with a passion. So, like, I will make it so awkward for you. I will make it so awkward for you. I will just stand there in total silence. You know? I will not do the small talk crap. I will not do it. Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck you again. Do not expect that from me. Okay? But yeah. I don't know. Do I need to, like, come out as gay again? Do I, like, need to come out? Because, like, I've had boyfriends, you know, but it never works out because of this attitude. But I think that men get this misconception about me because, like, I know that so many women are possessed by the Jezebel spirit. That's not what's going on over here. If I'm possessed by any kind of spirit, it's the schizophrenic spirit, okay? And that's multiple spirits, by the way. But yeah, like, we just want to be alone all the time. And I think that women understand that. And, you know, men understand that too, to some extent. But I think that men really want a woman way more than women want a man. And I'm not a feminist at all. I hate feminism. Do not put that shit on me, all because I don't shave under my arms, okay? Fuck you, and fuck you again. I don't have to do anything. So annoying. It's so annoying that people just do stuff. They don't even understand why they do it. You know, I was thinking about it, like, that in particular, like, I stopped shaving when I was in college, and you think that would be political, right? But it actually wasn't. I think it was more just about me, like, walking away from society, you know? People will make all kinds of assumptions about you. They'll jump to conclusions. I know I look like a liberal feminist, for sure. But I don't agree with that stuff, you know, and I don't understand why you have to make it political, like, whatever you do. I get, though, that, like, turning away from society and doing your own thing really is, like, a political statement, if there ever was one. But it's like a lot of these women that, you know, they don't want to be a traditional whatever. They don't want to be a wife. They don't want to be a mom. It's like they have to make this thing out of it. I don't make a thing out of it, which is why a lot of people completely misunderstand me. But I do get really, really frustrated when men think that they know what I'm about and they think they're attracted to me. I'm like, well, obviously you don't know me. Obviously, like, you don't understand me at all. You think that you do, but if you want something sexual or romantic with me, you clearly do not get me at all, son. You don't get me at all. Gay men understand me. That's it. Homosexual men. And women. Crazy women that are willing to, like, go out into the desert to just be with God, like my patron saint, okay? 40 years in the desert. 40 years in the desert, all to repent for being a whore that never took any money, okay? Saint Mary of Egypt. Yeah, that's my Orthodox name, Mary. I need so much Holy Communion, you guys. I need so much Holy Communion. I wish I could just keep a chalice in my house. I know that's not how it works, but I'd sprint to the chalice if they let me do that. Yeah, I watched my comedy set again. I hated it so much. I was just cringing the whole time. I felt kind of bad because, like, there was this guy, I mean, I don't know if you watched it, but this guy heckled at me, but he didn't. When I heard him heckle at me, I think that I knew what he meant, but then the audience took it differently, and so I reacted to what the audience reacted to. And there was this drunk girl in the audience who later attempted comedy. But she understood, which is interesting. That's pretty bad when, like, the drunk person gets it more than, like, all the sober people. But, like, yeah, he heckled at me, and I got kind of, like, feisty up there, which never happens. But yeah, I fucking hated that set. And then all that shit happened with this other comic. Which, you know, it didn't really bother me at the time, but then I started thinking about it, and it's like, this person's obviously a narcissist, and, like, I mean, I hate having to deal with these types of people, you know? It just sucks. Like, I mean, they're literally everywhere. And social media has exacerbated this problem. Social media, like, narcissists are already, like, gasoline loving people, okay? And, like, they love starting shit. And so social media is like vodka. That's what it's done. And a lot of people just don't understand that. They really don't. They do not understand narcissism, and they don't understand how much of a problem this truly is. But I think that that's why God put me in this country. I really do believe that, and you can call that a delusion all you want, but it's keeping me alive, damn it. It's my survival skill, okay? But people are genuinely afraid of this guy, too, because he's one of those crazy black dudes who is like a perfect embodiment of a word that I would never call him. A word that I've used before, but I've never said in a disparaging fashion, but, you know, he is the embodiment of that word. And his existence makes people racist, you know? It's crazy. Like, he will project that, but it's because he doesn't have the self-awareness, which is why I made that point earlier about how racism is colorful narcissism. Because I don't really think that people are born, like, just hating an entire group of people. I think that that's narcissism. And, you know, if you've had a bad experience with somebody, or, you know, you just have a bias, you're just uncomfortable, or you don't understand somebody's culture or whatever, it's really easy to fall into that trap. But it's a narcissistic trap. Racism is not real. It's really not. I mean, unless we're talking, you know, non-Western countries. In the West, they capitalize on this sort of thing. But they can't make money off of that tribalistic nature that people have. But here, they can talk endlessly about it, and nothing positive happens as a result of talking endlessly about it. But, you know, they make a fuck ton of money off of it, and then stupid white people will pay thousands of dollars, you know, to go to some lecture where they get yelled at by some college professor for being white, you know? This is why I don't want to associate with my race, because they do shit like that. But, anyway. I need to go inside. But yeah, I hated that fucking set. It's okay though, it's a learning experience. Everything's a learning experience. Especially if it makes you throw up.